Hello all, and welcome back to Operation Goodwood. It is turn 8, January of 1940, and everybody is at war, except for Russia. Russia should be their next turn. I mean, they can declare war. They've done some stuff, but they're not at war with a major power yet, but everybody else is at war with a major power. At least one. Couple of quick housekeeping things, guys, first. So, Germany, in order to get to Western Europe, they decided to move a light armor, and a self-propelled out because you need to have all of them at the end of the non-combat phase. So we allowed him to go back and fix that and do that. So now there is 2 units in each of the coastline, and then the coastal artillery is there placed in Picardy in A22. The next thing was the Japanese, some of their ships or some of their planes went too far, so they decided to land their entire airfield in Siam. So 3 tactical bombers and 2 fighters are now in Siam. And then the AA gun only shoots on the first turn. So he got to hit the fighter, so his tactical bomber that died came back to life. But I do have 1 dice at a 5. Jeez, I'm going to throw everything everywhere. I have 1 at a 5 to my last infantry to see if I can get a hit. And if I do so, he'll lose another infantry. So see how that goes. That has a 4. So he will lose 1 more infantry in Calcutta, leaving him with 5 infantry and 2 marines. So the British did pretty good. Kept a hold of Hong Kong. Did decent in Calcutta, but yeah. Calcutta has fallen, so now we've got to figure out what we're going to do about that now. So the other thing is the British go up $10 for the Dutch East Indies. There's $9 there, and the $10th is right there in South America. So the British will go from 26 up to 36. The Japanese are at 38, and then they have $8 in bonus. They do not get the FEC money. Only when France falls the first time. Any other time, the money goes to the bank. So I believe that was all the housekeeping stuff we have to do. And of course, the storms are going, so lost power. Hopefully we can get through this without losing it for a long term. But okay. So, British tech. British have 3 factories. This is going to be fun, guys. Radar is yellow. Anti-sub is white. And improved construction is red. I thought the storm was past and I was ready to do this, but we'll see what happens here. Need 7s. And we got a 10, a 6, and a 4. So yellow is the good one. So we got radar to stage 4. So radar is complete. Anti-sub and improved construction were both failures. Okay. We got a couple combat moves, and we got some... So for the purchases, the British lost $2 of convoy rating. That left them with $36. They are going to buy 4 militia, 4 infantry, a fighter, an airborne, and Lend-Lease the French and infantry. The Far East Command has no money. Womp womp. They lost Calcutta, so it's gone. The Anzacs are going to spend their $10 on a fighter. And the British are going to spend their $6. The Free French are going to spend their $6 on 2 infantry. Okay. So combat moves. There's a couple. So the coastal sub in A50 is going to go to, P50 is going to go to P41 and attack the heavy cruiser there and hope that he can get a hit and take out all those transports with it, but not likely, but we'll see. We got to give it a try, right? Then the fighter in Lower Egypt is going to go 1, 2, along with the destroyer is going to go 1, and they're going to attack the Japanese TBD right there. Okay, that's attack number 2. And attack number 3, I think there's only 3 attacks to the British. Okay, the medium bomber and the seaplane from southern England are going to go on the map and attack the German submarine in A-23. And I think that is it for combat. So let's start with the seaplane and a medium bomber going against the sub. So the seaplane's at 3. He's yellow, and the medium bomber is black. He is 7. You need 1 hit. He can't fire back because it's an airplane. A 10, so that's a miss, and an 8. So they both miss. So the sub survives. And we're going to land the seaplane back in southern England. And the medium bomber is going to land in London. Okay, 0 for 1 so far. Next attack. We have the fighter and the destroyer versus the TBD. So fighter is at 6, he will be green. And the TBD is at 4, he will be blue. And the TBD hits, the fighter misses, but the TBD did his job, got its hit. And they have a TBD at a 2, which will be red die. And that's a 7, so that's a miss. So TBD is dead. And then if the fighter still has 3 movement left, we will land him here in non-combat. And then the important one. We have the coastal sub versus the heavy cruiser and 3 transports. So I do have first strike on a 2. It'll be a red die. That is a 9, so that is a miss. He has a heavy cruiser defending at a 6. Yep, at a 6. That'll be the green die. And he got a 1, so he got a hit. So my light cruiser, or my coastal sub is dead. He was going to die anyway, but I had to give it a shot and go for that because it would have been so nice to sink 3 Japanese transports, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so then non-combat movement. I am going to take the seaplane with the seaplane base, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Cape Town. With the seaplane base, he gets a +1 bonus, so that allows him to get down there, which is very nice for me. The coastal sub in P59, the Dutch one, is going to go down 1 to P61. The transport is going to pick up the 2 infantry and go 1, 2 to P69 and drop them off in Western Australia. The sub and TBD that were in P61 are going to go 1, 2, 3 and join the fleet in P72. And the battleship in P70 is going to go to P72 and join the fleet there too. Okay, that's all the non-combats on that side of the board. The plane, the fighter is going to fly back to 1, 2 to Lower Egypt and land. The TBD is going to go into port in Aden. Okay, they are done. The infantry in Cape Town is going to rail up to Lower Egypt. Goes on that task force marker right there. The entire fleet that's in M8, including 1 transport, the battleship, and the heavy cruiser that were in port in Lower Egypt, they're going to pick up the 2 infantry in Western Egypt. And they are going to go 1, 2, and go into port into Gibraltar. So that entire task force marker is in port. So I'm going to grab an import marker. And the infantry are in Gibraltar. Okay. Oh, and the fleet carrier that was in I-15, or I-5, sorry. 1, 2, 3, light carrier. He's going with them too, and he's going to be in port with the rest of the fleet into Gibraltar. Okay. The colonial infantry in Western Egypt is going to walk to Lower Egypt. I've already done that. I've done that. Okay. The destroyer in A35 is going to go 1, 2 to A19, along with the light carrier 1, 2, 3 with the bonus, the battleship 1, 2, 3 with the bonus, the light cruiser 1, 2, 3, and the fighter is going to land on the carrier. I'm assuming the Germans do not want to engage. They're going to submerge. But if he decides he wants to fight that battle out, we can fight it out here. But I'm assuming he does not want to do that. Okay. And then we already landed the medium bomber. So I think all the other non-combat movements on the board are for the French, the Free French. Okay. So then the British are going to deliver their Lend-Lease to northern Algeria for the French. They're going to build an infantry at the factory in Cape Town. They're going to place their 3 infantry, their airborne, and their fighter in London. Three infantry, airborne, okay, and the 4 militia they have left, 1 is going to Aden, 1 is going to the Dutch New Guinea, 1 is going to West Timor, and 1 is going to Celebes. So the 3 Dutch East India Islands that are still worth money now have a militia on them as well. Okay, I think... Oh, and the Anzacs are going to take their fighter. And there he goes. So like I said, Far East Command can't do anything. Or didn't do anything money-wise. They're not going to do much. They are sort of sitting ducks right now. There are too many aircraft around them, too many infantry that can get there, so we're just going to hang out as the... hang out as them. Since the Russians did attack Iran, and we're not at war with Russia, they're a British-controlled minor, so I do get a recruitment roll on a 1 to see if we can help recruit for the Iranians. That is a 4. So that is no good. So I believe the British are done. So then the French just all non-combat movements. They're going to fly the fighter and the medium bomber 1, 2, 3, 4 to northern Algeria from Syria. 2, 3, 4. And join the rest of the crew there. The 2 destroyers coming off escort duty. They're going 1, 2, and they're going to go into port into Sierra Leone. So that's done, that's done, that's done. And then they get to place their 2 units. Oh, sorry, we do have two combat moves for the Free French. Sorry, I did forget. So we do have the 2 convoy lines. So the first one's worth $2. The second one is worth $3, and I did find my my French dice, so it'll help make it easy. So the first line, French are at a +2, and the line's worth $2. So it's a 5 and a 1, so they took $2 there. And the second line is worth $3, or else I'll have a +2 on that one for the sub. Okay, 7 and 4 is 3. So they took the max $5 from the Germans. So the Germans will have will lose $5 of convoy rating. 2 from that line and 3 from that line. Let me mark it down here. Okay. And now the French are going to place their 2 infantry at the capital in northern Algeria. Okay. A lot was going on there. Let's collect money and then do a quick disposition because there's a lot that has changed for the British's turn. So the French lost 2 territories, so they are down to $4 is what they're going to collect for this next turn. The Free French. Okay. The Anzacs are at 7, and then their $2 bonus for no warships in the Mediterranean. So they're going to collect $9 this turn, for next turn. 7, 8, 9. Okay. The Feck, I have to double check it. I think I took it out all their money, but yeah. So the Feck will collect $9 for next turn, plus their bonus of $2 for Aden and Lower Egypt. So they will have $11 in the bank for next turn. They can still produce stuff. They just can't build their factory. They don't have it anymore, but they do still get to build some stuff. So we'll see what we can do with them. And then the British are at 36, and they only get the bonus for the Suez Canal at this point because there's still subs on the line, and the Iranian bonus is gone. So that's 36. 36 and 3 is 39. So 35, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So yeah, I believe that has all the money for the guys. Where is my Far East round? Oh, there it is. Okay. So tech update. Radar is finished, and I failed on the other 2. Income chart. British is at 36. Welcome to the war, USA. Far East is at 9, and Anzacs are at 7. So let's start from the Pacific and work our way around. So P-72 has a battleship, 3 destroyers, 1 heavy cruiser, 1 sub, 1 light carrier with a fighter. Sydney has 3 infantry, a motorized, and an artillery. South Australia and Queensland have the militia, and obviously the militia are still in New Zealand. Western Australia has 2 infantry. There's a transport in P-69, a coastal sub in P-61. Sumatra, Borneo, Celebes, Dutch New Guinea, West Timor all have 1 militia, and Java has 2 militia. There are 3 Gurkhas and a militia in Burma. Delhi has an infantry. Southern India and Ceylon each have a militia. No changes in southern Iran. Aden has a militia and a destroyer in port. Obviously, the Japanese TBD is gone from there. Cape Town has a seaplane and an infantry. Southern Africa, Tanganyika, Belgian Congo, Sudan, Nubia all have militia. Transjordan has a colonial infantry, an infantry, and a militia. Lower Egypt has 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 infantry, 3 colonials, a militia, 2 transports in port, and a fighter. Western Egypt has a militia. In port in Gibraltar are 3 transports, 2 TBDs, 2 subs, a battleship, a heavy cruiser, 1, 2, 3, 4 destroyers, a light cruiser, 2 light carriers, a tactical bomber, a seaplane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry, and a militia. So both those 2 task markers are all in port in Gibraltar. In A-19 is a light carrier, fighter, light cruiser, battleship, and destroyer, along with the German sub on convoy duty. Scotland has the Mountain Man. England has 2 militia. Northern England has 2 militia. Sorry, Southern England has 2 infantry, 2 militia, and the seaplane. London has 4 infantry, a militia, fighter, medium bomber, and an airborne. And I believe that is it for the British. If you guys think I missed anything, let me know. And then for the French, we have a sub on convoy duty in A-13. He did $3 damage to the line. The sub in A-5 did $2 damage. I gotta change that. He did $2 damage to the line, so a total of $5 damage to the German lines. There are 2 destroyers in port in Sierra Leone. Northern Nigeria has 3 mountain, 3 infantry, a medium bomber, and a fighter. And Syria has a Foreign Legion, infantry, and a militia. I believe that is it. If you guys have any questions, please ask. And I hope you guys are all enjoying this. And we will see you guys next year when everybody should be at war. Have a good one, guys.